I forgot to tell you the story about Chuck Norris.
Yeah, we need to get that. We have to get that.
Important.
Hey guys, you ever wonder what happened between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris? I know you've probably seen pictures back in the day, you've probably seen the training footage. On IMDb, he's even listed in the credits for missing in action as a soldier, though it says uncredited. But he's really the one missing in action from that movie. He's more invisible in that than he was in the movie Predator. If you want to know more about that, you gotta click this link, because he was the cloaked guy when the invisibility thing in Predator you see. There's a whole long story behind that and some other stuff. But anyway, check out that video when you get a chance. But in this one, another interview with Mohammed Qissi, who was with Van Damme at the time, training with Chuck Norris. We're going to find out once and for all, like, what really happened. It would have been really cool to see those two guys in a movie. But unfortunately, that never happened. But we're going to find out the details of the relationship between Van Damme and Chuck. So, I know what you're probably thinking, by the way. Where can I get an amazing computer chair like this? This is like the Ferrari of computer chairs. It's so comfortable. It's so stylish. I could save you 20%. Click the link below and you could get your own EWIN gaming racing chair. Now, obviously, you don't have to be a gamer to enjoy this chair. Anybody working at home, anybody making videos like me on YouTube, anyone just relaxing, this chair is amazing. Trust me. Click the link, use my discount code VS, you'll save 20%.
We did send like letters from Brussels to people, right? You know, letters to Stallone, Schwarzenegger, to Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson, and the one who answered to us, because we sent the magazine with martial arts, the one who answered to us was Chuck Norris.
Okay.
The one who answered to us. And he was living in Rolling Hills. So Chuck, we went to Rolling Hills and he opens the door. Quite lucky, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because Sylvester Stallone, trust me, that was not the case. Sylvester Stallone, we tried.
Oh, so you just went to Sylvester Stallone's house? Like you knocked on his door or something?
We were there. We didn't knock. We stayed outside with the magazine. And then the limousine came in. We stayed like many hours because we heard he was there.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke, we asked. And then the bodyguard comes out. And then he takes the magazine. We go. And then he gives it to Stallone. But nothing happened. Things happen after other things. With Stallone, but that's again another story.
So many good stories.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, let's stick on Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, very nice. He remembered, of course, the magazine, he read everything, and we trained with him and with his assistant, who was also a champion. But he assisted him in training and all that. His name is Howard Jackson. He was a black guy, very sweet guy. So we started to train, 4 of us.
Van Damme, trained with me for 1.5 years when he came over from Brussels, so I know him quite well. And he's a good martial artist.
À l'époque, Jean-Claude Van Damme est au sommet de son sport, mais pour lui, ce n'est pas suffisant. Il en veut toujours plus. Il veut faire du cinéma et il voit les choses en grand. Son rêve, conquérir Hollywood.
So I remember one day he invited us to Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly Chuck Norris, I will always remember, and with a kick, because before that he was calling me Michel, because Michel is more French, because in America it's more for girls. So anyway, he was calling me Michael, but then after he asked me my real name, when I gave him Mohammed, he started to call me Mohammed. Anyway, Michel, Michael Catalina, that's something you know, but Michel, that's another story. Anyway, we were there with in Palm Springs, and then suddenly Chuck Norris with a big kick, right? And Howard Jackson and Jean-Claude behind Chuck Norris look at me. I came in, and he says, "Happy birthday to you, Mohammed." Happy. He was like, it was not my birthday. So I was like, and Jean-Claude behind Chuck Norris, he just wanted to have a nice cake. he did this to me. So I said, thank you for my birthday. So anyway, time goes on, we keep training, and at one time, Chuck Norris says, listen, I have to go to Philippines. for one of the missing in action. Howard Jackson has to go for a fight against André Brilleman in Amsterdam. Now, we have a problem. The manager, the coach, he has problem with passport, so he didn't have his document to travel to Amsterdam. He was a Mexican, and he said, "Listen, one of you can go with Howard Jackson if you want to." He says, "Everything paid, of course." And then the other one will come with me to help me in my training in Philippines. So I directly said to Jean-Claude, "Jean-Claude, go with Chuck Norris. I mean, go with him. I'll go with Howard Jackson." And that's what happened. I went to Amsterdam. I lost my voice. He lost the fight, but 12th round, got his leg broken. André Brilleman was very powerful with his low kick and broke his leg.
Wow.
But I was saying to him, just stick, because he was very strong, Howard Jackson, with his head, with his fist. He was first champion in boxing. So I say, stick and hit, stick. I was like screaming, and he stayed 12 rounds. He stayed until the end. But at the end, hospital, and then his leg broken, plaster, and then he went back to America. I said I will do a hook to see my family in Brussels, because Brussels is just next, Belgium is just next Holland. So I went to see my family, and then I came back, but I heard Jean-Claude had problems. Why? Because Eric van der Weeg was in Philippines. He has very wealthy family in Knokke-le-Zout. He met Jean-Claude in Philippines because he was also in businesses there, Eric van der Weeg, and they went to the discotheque and all that, and he left Chuck Norris. So Chuck Norris was upset, and I was upset. I said, "Fuck, why did you miss that? That was an opportunity." So I was upset. Anyway, time goes on. That's basically the story, how it ends the relationship with Chuck Norris.
Wait, so Van Damme, wasn't he supposed to be an extra in Mission in Missing in Action 3? I've never seen him in that movie.
No. He was supposed, Chuck Norris wanted him to assist him for his workout, like we were doing for almost 6 months in his house. You know, when we went to Palm Springs and all that, we spent a lot of time together with his son. You know, you have like Dan, you have a Mike Norris, his son, his wife. So we were spending time with them in their home, and we were training all the time with him for a long time.
And there's a German TV show. There's footage online of a German TV show with Van Damme training with Chuck Norris.
Durch hartes Training und sehr viel Glück wurde er Weltmeister. Das war 1968.
That show was done when I was gone already with Howard Jackson.
Oh, okay. So that's why you
right away there. That was the date. Also, he was right away after that show. He left for Philippines to help Chuck Norris. But as I told you, he met someone from Belgium. His name is Eric van der Weeg in Philippines, and discotheque, girls and all that. And Chuck was, of course, disappointed, and I was disappointed.
Jesus Christ, get off from this! You know you can give Americans a bad rap.
Life goes on. And
so Mohammed, just so I'm clear, Van Damme was supposed to train and spend all his time with Chuck out there, but then he got too involved with the discotheque in the Philippines.
Girls.
And then Chuck was like, "That's not cool."
Of course, he's there to help him, not to go to discotheque.
Not to party with girls and stuff. Okay.
So anyway.
Man, I really wish Chuck Norris and Van Damme could have worked on a movie together.
You can't always get what you want.
But either way, man, we can't get everything we want, but you could still save 20% on something I know you really want if you want to be comfortable in a great computer chair. Remember, click the link, use my discount code VS.
And you watching it.